Since this is the night before a national election, suppose you sat in this room and saw and heard this.
Continuing now with last night's winner of the New Hampshire primary, Donald Trump. Now, Friday, the feds announced that China is selling $366 billion more merchandise to we Americans than we Americans sell back to the Chinese. $366 billion trade gap. Specifically, how will you fix that?
You know, this is my big point. I've been talking about it for years.
But I want to know,
the number's actually higher than that. Well, listen to me. I'll tell you, okay? We are going to have to go. One of the reasons they're able to do it is they devalue their currency to such an extent. They are the single greatest currency manipulator that's ever been on this planet. And if they don't stop devaluing, we're going to have to charge them a tax on the goods coming in. They, by the way, Bill, just in case you don't know it, they tax our goods going into China. It's a totally unfair deal. And what's happened, every time they devalue their currency, they make it impossible and more difficult for our businesses to deal with China on the other side. The gap is getting bigger and bigger. It's really called the deficit. The deficit is getting bigger and bigger. And unless we have somebody very smart and very tough that understands it, and our president does not understand it, but I understand it better than anybody, we're going to have nothing but trouble.
So you're going to say
to be 505.
If
Bill,
you
it's going to be $505 billion this year.
I'm going to slap a tariff on all Chinese goods coming into the United States. Okay. They then are going to say to you,
yes,
President Trump, we are going to sell all of our bonds that we are holding for America's debt. We're going to flood the market with them and crash your currency. That's what a trade war would do.
They're not going to crash. No. They wouldn't crash. They won't crash our currency. They'll crash their economy. That's what they're going to crash. Right. They start playing that.
Bloody.
They will crash their economy. You will have let me explain something. We're too dependent on China. We're too dependent. They will have a depression the likes of which you've never seen if they ever did that. That's what would happen, Bill. I mean, you know what people don't understand in our dealings with China? We have the cards. They don't have the cards.
It's a high
Unfortunately,
noon
we have political leaders that don't. We have the cards because they need our economy.
Well, what do you think?
I'm for it. I'm tired of being kicked around.
I think it sounds wonderful. I'm afraid I don't understand it very well.
Well, the way I get it, everything will be planned. And the whole country will run according to the plan.
What's wrong with that? They talk about free enterprise, private enterprise. I'm sick of listening to them. I'm going to vote for it.
Well, I am, that's for sure.
I guess I will, too.